Hey again. So, you ever have one of those days where you just kind of feel the energy shifting around you and you're like, good things are happening? It's almost like when you're a kid and you're waiting for Santa Claus to show up and you don't see it, you just see the presents the next day, right? To where it's like something magical happened. So, whenever you start feeling this, don't second guess it. Don't question, is it really happening? Do I really deserve this? Because your life can change in the blink of an eye. And honestly, we think a blink of an eye. Okay, nothing changed. No, look at it as a universal aspect. That even in the blink of an eye, in a universal concept, it takes longer than a breath in and a breath out. There's no time when it comes to the universe. So as you're going through these things and you feel these shifts, right? You feel unexplainable. Thank you. when something's unexplainable and you want to second guess it, because that's our nature, that I don't believe that could happen for me. But when you feel that way, you're actually pushing away that magic. So I encourage you that when you feel something that it's unexplainable, right? To where, like I said, you start noticing people are approaching you differently. People start giving you things no one ever gives you anything. The traffic moves differently. Your friends respond to you differently. Your family is responding to you differently. Almost like it's too positive. Well, when we're used to being in a toxic world, and I was that person, very used to a toxic world, I would push away those positive things because they were uncomfortable for me. And now I'm like, give me more of that. Give me more of that. It was like my daughter and I were, she came with me to work yesterday. So we're driving back and there was so much traffic. And finally I was like, ugh. And the light turned green and I went and I was like, I mean, if that works. I drove by a bank. I'm like, gimme. There's another bank and I'm like, gimme. Actually, this was on the way to work. So it's funny, I'm at work and somebody gives me a tip and I was like, look at that. It's already working. So just remember that when things are looking up for you, remember to say thank you for one, but don't push it away. Because like I said, it's very uncomfortable when you're not used to it. It's like wearing a girdle and you're like, ugh, I can't breathe. Or people want to hug on you more or love on you more. And you're just like, ugh. I'm starting to feel icky with everyone touching me and wanting. It's like being pregnant. You know how many strangers will touch your belly? It's kind of offsetting. But anyways, that was just a thought that came to mind, because how many people thought I was Buddha? Like, oh, rubbing the belly. So anyways, the whole point in all that was, don't forget to appreciate the change that is coming for you, because this year is kind of like wrapping up toxic cycles. And on an astrological sense, there's these concepts that certain planets are coming around and things are getting in a realignment, and that all the negativity is being purged out of our lives and the masculine energy is starting to be rebalanced, and the same with the feminine. We're starting to get our power back. So when it comes down to it, when we all start getting recalibrated, rebalanced, power being returned to us, now all of a sudden we're getting back on this level playing field. And like I said in the last video, if you came here to play small, then you're not here to play ball and you're not going to win at all. So when you start getting in this rebalance, and understandably, this is a choice. If you choose to stay in a toxic cycle to where you need to manipulate people, lie to people, try to slander their names, steal their gifts, all these things. If you choose to stay in that world, you're not going to be recalibrated with everybody else that's trying to move into a more positive mindset, a more abundant lifestyle, a more sharing and caring world. Because if you are trying to fit into an old paradigm, you're not going to fit into the new shift. So this is where I encourage you to embrace everything that's coming towards you, especially if it's something on a positive scale, because you don't want to push away a future life that is going to change the way that we exist amongst one another and the way that we communicate. And it's almost bringing back something that's been misplaced. Nothing's ever been lost. But that love that your grandparents had, that love that, and I'm speaking of my grandparents because they were from the Depression era, so they were basically great grandparents in a sense, but they were different in the way that they approached life, because life was a lot slower back then. We had come not just out of horse and buggies, but we came out of a time where things were a lot more appreciated because they were a lot less. And now we live in a world where everything is so abundant, there's so many choices, everything's instantaneous, to where that gratitude has been lost. And when you lose gratitude, you lose love. So just remember, embrace the new coming time and say, yay, because it's all working out and everything's starting to shift and move around. And there will be discomfort, yes, but do what we do. Breathe in, breathe out, appreciate it, accept it, and just say thank you. So that was just a small little thought to share with everybody, and I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? You're getting over the hump of the week, and hopefully you're going to spend your weekend and relax and have fun and enjoy your family. So peace, love, and light. Bye-bye.